What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Ultimate Hardcore Gamer. So I am very sorry that I haven't posted any content for the past 3 weeks. After the Call of Duty campaign was done, I was focused on a lot more schoolwork, and last week I went to like 2 parties. And to be honest, it was actually pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. Wednesday and Saturday was pretty live. But apart from that, if you guys want more of these kinds of vids, hit up the thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to my channel and you have never seen me before, give me a chance. Don't click off just yet and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell. Like, make sure notifications come through. You'll be the first one. You will be the first one to get my updates. So other than that, let's get to it. So guys, what happened was that there was like a day when it was just a nice cloudy day. Like, it was like a cloudy day, and it was gonna say it was gonna rain in the morning or throughout the whole day and such. So I was with my guys outside school playing football, doing whatever we're doing. What happened after? My friend said, let's go to mine, we could chill, and we could play games and such like that. So alright, cool, that's not a bad idea. So I rang up my mum now, said, oh hey mum, can I go to my friend's house? She was like, sure, why not? I don't see any problems here. So then we went down to his yard, and then as soon as we got outside the school building, it started raining, like it was proper rain. Like, I was getting soaked in rain, like I looked like a sponge by the time I got to my friend's house. So the only things that weren't wet, that wasn't like drenched in water and rain and that, was my blazer, my school jumper. My school jumper is one of those weird jumpers when you get rain in it and it just dries out like in half an hour time. So it was that, and I think my trousers, the trousers that I got, Asda, thank you very much, that they gave me the kind of trousers where the water goes on and it just slips right off and it doesn't like stay on or anything. So that was pretty fun. But everything else was drenched. My what's that thing you wear again that's white? Shirts. Oh gosh, I've almost forgot. Shirts. My tie was wet. My socks. Bloody heck, the socks. This is why. Oh, you've seen in a minute, guys. My socks and my wannabes. If you guys don't know what wannabes is and you're more of a kickers person, wannabes, it's just like kickers, but it's just a lot more less durable than crickers, I have to admit. I used to rock those all the time, and I got plenty of pairs as well. Anyway, so pretty much I had to take off like all my clothes and such. Luckily I had my PE kit with me that day, I think, because I did remember I wearing a tracksuit and my PE top from school, and pretty much just wore that throughout like the day when I was at his house and when I slept over. So before I slept over, we had to obviously call my mum, because I was meant to get picked up by her, and instead that didn't happen. And it turns out my friend's mum says I can stay over. I was like, okay, I don't mind. And then I didn't really realise I need to get a new shirt for tomorrow, for I think it was Thursday, because I usually have PE on Thursdays back then. So yeah, I think it was Friday the day after. So I was like, okay, I need a shirt for Friday, but that didn't really go through my head at the time. So then it was like, okay, fine, you know what, let me just stay over, it'll be fine. Like, you forget about everything else because you're with your friends, right? So stayed over, had dinner there, played games and such. Next thing you know, watched the movie. Then I went to the toilet throughout the night, check on my clothes and such like that, because that's where it was drying on the radiator and everything, getting warm, you know, nice warm and toasty. Trousers were still okay, top was completely done, shirt was completely, sort of actually 75% done, I would say. Tie was completely done. Socks was still wet as ever, like as if I just came outside again. It was so wet, like it was not getting dried anytime soon. So I was like, okay, fine, hopefully by the time I wake up this will be done. And by the time I woke up the next day, it wasn't done. It was still damp, it smelled, and it was just nasty. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And the thing is, guys, I could have just worn the socks and taken them to school, and then what would have happened wouldn't have happened. Instead, I thought of everyone else finding out if they found out if I had damp socks and what I'll get from that, instead of not wearing any socks, and what I'll get from that. So usually we have 6 periods a day, 1, 2, break, 3, 4, then lunch, then 5 and 6, and then home time. So what happened was that let's say, when did it start? From 1 to 4, period 1 to 4, it was all good. I was set. I was proper covering myself, put my trousers inside my shoes, and you know, making sure no one could see them. Then around about 5 and 6, I remember it was DT. DT is the place to get cussed out. If you ever want to cuss anyone out, that's the place to go in my school. It was always DT. It's always fun because the teachers we had, not in a bad way. They weren't too strict. They weren't like, oh, if you do this, if you talk, you get in trouble, blah blah blah. It was more of a like, we could just talk and we'll talk over them while they're teaching, and they couldn't do anything about it. So what happened was that I was like sitting down, you know, those high chairs, not those low chairs that are on the ground, but like high, and like they touch the ground, don't worry, but they're just really high. I was sitting on one of those chairs and the high tables as well, and what happened was just the most embarrassing thing of my life. So remember what I said earlier on, I tucked them in my shoes? Pretty much they came up a bit, and someone, I think it was a girl actually, I forgot her name, but she saw my feet, she saw my ankles, and were like, your feet are dry. I said, oh, are they? And I was like, oh my gosh, like how's she seeing my feet? I thought I tucked them in, but I was like, oh, maybe she's just saying that just to grab attention or something. Next thing you know, she actually saw my foot was dry, and I was like, wait a minute, why are my feet dry? Oh, and also because that day was raining as well, so I think the cream sort of slid off, and since I wasn't wearing any socks, it couldn't absorb it. But yeah, it was kind of dry, like really dry. So I was like, oh gosh, I need to tuck in my thing again. She was like, wait a minute, are you wearing any socks, Mally? So yeah, of course I'm wearing socks. Like, why wouldn't I be wearing socks? It's abnormal not to wear socks. Then she was like, okay, I slightly believe you. She said, I'll lift up your thing. And so I lifted up my trousers. Most of my leg was creamed, don't worry, my legs creamed. I creamed my legs, alright? It's just the feet that were a little bit dryish. And I was like, oh no, I'm wearing those really, you know, ankle socks, the really low socks. So I was wearing those so you won't be able to see them. She said, are you sure? Because like on the wannabes, you can just see, like, this is the shoe, right? And you're able to see the ankle sock just like that, just over, so you should be able to see it. Instead, it was one of those ones like you couldn't see it at all. So then she clocked onto me and said, you're wearing no socks. She couldn't have said this any louder than she could have already, and everyone in the class heard and said, Malachi, you're wearing no socks. I was like, well, and I tried to explain the story, no one was buying it, and they were just like, Malachi, you're wearing no socks, you're a tramp, blah 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 blah. I just got grilled out for the whole lesson, and I was thinking, oh, maybe this lesson will go by quickly, and it never did. Like, I don't get it. It's like when you enjoy things, it goes by really fast. When you hate it, it takes an eternity for it to go. So it was almost an eternity of just cussing and such like that. Even at one point, I remember it came off me and on someone else because they didn't comb their hair, and I was going to laugh at them, and once I did, they turned it back on me. So Malcolm, you're wearing no socks, you're more of a tramp than me. And I was just like, and like every 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, it was like 7 minutes, I had to keep going to the toilet to the teacher saying I had a bladder problem. I remember I had to lie to her about that, so I had to go to the toilet every so often. And guys, the moral of the story is, don't ever change your appearance or yourself for other people's pleasure, because it can lead to what happened to me when I thought people wouldn't see my socks being damp and such. When how would they know if it was damp or not? So that was my bad. Anyway guys, I think I embarrassed myself enough already today. So if you guys want more of these kinds of videos of me embarrassing myself, of different stories and such like that, hit that thumbs up button, guys. If I'll aim for this video only, I would say it'd be 7 likes. 7 likes. If you guys give me 7 likes, I'll do another part to it. I say part 2, or it'll probably be a series. Who knows? It could be a series, guys. The more you like it, the more it could be a series. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be the first one to subscribe. Subscribe. First one to view my update. And other than that, I shall see you guys later. Peace.